base of 15-20 people. Not necessarily that they do work daily, but as and when the need arises. So we have a volunteer base which help us actively in rescuing injured animals. So like you said that we have recently started ambulance services, and
Right.
on a daily basis I'm getting almost 12 to 15 calls to help and pick up injured animals. We can't pick all of them up because we don't have that much of one ambulance can't go around doing that much,
Right.
but we still manage to rescue 3 to 4 dogs every day. So that
What is
is
the most
what,
what is the
and
most
that is where
common?
the volunteers help in, because a lot of time people would just report that in this particular area there is an injured stray, and they think that that's it. So
Right.
this is where the volunteer
I
steps
was
in,
I
and
was reading up that in most cases the callers and reporters are not ready to pay for these medical expenses as well.
no, nothing. And unfortunately, the infrastructure that we have in our city, we have no place where a stray can be taken and treated, with respect and with proper diagnosis. Like there are none of the government, half of the government dispensaries don't exist. The other half don't have the basic equipment, let alone the blood test or a X-ray. They don't even have the basic medicines with them. So that's when we have to just rely on all the private medical practitioners, and we have to unfortunately pay what the fees is. So yes, that is a sad
How
part
much of this
of
financial
dealing.
brunt, Divya, are you bearing alone? How much of this financial brunt do you have to go through all by yourself?
So, a lot of it, I would say, is nearly 70% of it, because we've got our CSR and ATG in place.
All right.
And because we've been working on ground for a very long time. Like foundation is only 5 years old, but we've been feeding for nearly 12 to 15 years in
Divya,
nutrients only.
for the benefit of the viewers here, ATG, this has got something to do with donations and taxes, right?
Yeah, so if you donate to the foundation, you get a tax exemption.
All right, all right. So that is in place. So donations can come through. Well, I would urge all the viewers that are watching this show right now, Divya, if you could, tell the viewers as well, where can they go and go ahead and donate at this point in time?
So you can log on to our Instagram, or you can even go to the website, and you will be redirected to the Milap link, and
All
you
right.
can just click donate, and immediately a ATG tax receipt would be issued to you. Alternatively, you can probably reach out to me on the foundation number, and and we can I can share the bank details with you in case you would want a direct transfer to the bank.
Well, of course,
And
they can
yeah.
traverse through the websites, and they will come to that as well. Well, I would also urge everybody to go out there and donate as much as you can. Even little penny, of course, goes a long way. At this point in time, Divya, let's shift our focus to something more serious here. I was going through my research, and I came upon this word called a kill shelter. Now, what exactly is a kill shelter? You were talking about how India does not officially have really, kill shelters. Does having kill shelters then help or benefit the society at this point in time? What's the game about kill shelters?
No, so kill shelter is something which is a concept very not related to India. It is in the more developed cities. Kill shelter is something which is not in India, and I do not think that kill shelter would help, because at any given point of time we are not talking about a few hundred, not a few thousand, but probably a few lakhs of stray animals, and it's not only in Delhi. Animals. Dogs are actually companion animals. So wherever you will have human population, you will have
Right.
stray dogs and cats possible. So even if we talk about kill shelters, that would really not help a country like India. What really helps and what we should focus on is on sterilization and population control.
All right.
So a prime example of the same you can see in Delhi is Khan Market. All the dogs there are sterilized.
Okay.
Numbers are limited. No bite cases. Nothing. That's a peaceful coexistence that we are looking at.
All right. And what you're saying is that that particular scenario needs to be replicated in the various parts in other parts of the Delhi NCR as well. So Khan
It
Market
has been
locality.
done. It
All
has
right.
been done. That is where people like us and people, a lot more organizations like me who are working on the ground level help, because, we are actually substituting or helping municipality doing their job, because it's impossible for them to reach out to all the areas in Delhi and do it. So that is
Right.
where the importance of organizations and people like us who are working on the ground, comes.
And what about the legal battle? Really putting your voice out for the voiceless, our furry friends. There are some court orders that have now changed the game. And since you're working on ground, what kind of policy reformations we still need to have? And what kind of changes in the recent past have now, given some sort of relief to, well, people like you who are working for stray animals at this point in time?
The recent order is the Delhi High Court order, which came up last year, and it was a excellent order passed by our Justice of the High Court, a 86-page order, which actually, clearly spell out that it is essential for these dogs to be fed and medically looked after. And it is not only the responsibility of NGOs, but it is the responsibility of other humans and municipal bodies alike to, help and supplement this. Why not have medical provision for them? Like if today also, if you step out probably out of your studio and you have an injured animal, you would not know where to take that animal.
Right.
So yeah, so recent changes have been made which have obviously helped us, but it's a long battle because we Indians have been brought up with this mentality that a stray dog will bite.
Right.
When your young kids are only said that don't touch the stray animal on the street, he will come and bite you.
And there is something
So
about the
this is
black dog as well. I mean, ki kala kutta zarur kaatega. Something about that as well. That there is always
they
a
say
black dog
they
that
say
you don't go
katega,
near a black
and
dog.
a very big this thing when we talk about our religion is that feeding them milk every Saturday. So that is also, but we have to understand that we have to peacefully coexist with these animals. They are a part of our nature, and we, however much we try, even if I today have to go and kill all the animals in my colony, they will come from some other side, and it is necessary for us to maintain that ecological balance, that all these animals play an important role.
Well, we all have right on this planet, don't we? You're talking about coexisting. I'll tell you, we've been coexisting real nicely so far. Take a look at our detective dogs, dogs in the military. Even the
Yes,
Prime
yes.
Minister earlier had invoked some of the contributions by these dogs. The great services that they do on their retirement. They're a great, passing of parade that is also carried out for these
Yes,
dogs.
yes.
Now, the Prime Minister had urged that one should take up rescuing and adopting Indian stray dogs.
Yes,
Why do you think people run away from adopting Indian stray dogs? There are very less. I mean, of course, there are now. I've been looking around at societies. People have rescued a couple of stray dogs, but why so less? Why seldom the adoption?
I think, in the past, it was only the breed fascination. If you look that, say, 10 years, this thing, we only, when anybody was to talk about a dog, is to be probably a cute looking Labrador, or, like Vodafone really encouraged people to adopt pug.
Yes.
Everybody wanted the Vodafone dog. But it's only recently that, when people realize that there is actually not a lot of difference between a pedigree dog and a dog who's on your streets. And with so many celebrities openly adopting, like John Abraham has, Madhuri Dixit has a Desi. So, I think that influence is flowing down now, and people have realized that it doesn't really make a lot of difference. A dog is a dog. And I would say that Desis are very easy to keep as pets in the house because, the amount of medical care there is need is absolutely none. If you feed them nicely, their lifespan is a good 12 to 14 years, and with very few vet visits. So off late the trend has changed, and I just hope that people keep on adopting these strays now.
Absolutely. We can only hope that good sense prevails. Well, we've already spoken in great detail about the good work that you're doing and the good Samaritan that you are. But Divya, of course, there is a story behind all of this as well. The name of the foundation and, the tragedy that you had to go through. And that is a story, and people deserve to know it, and people should know what you've been through yourself. So if you're comfortable sharing that part of your life, please do go on.
Yeah, so this foundation is actually named after my father, my late father. My father was diagnosed with cancer in the year 2012, and we lost him within a span of 4 months. Like it was diagnosed very late. And my mother was the primary caregiver of my father, due to which, when he passed away, there was a lot of void created in her life, and she actually seeped into depression. And feeding dogs was a medium, through which she could gain some happiness. And so she's then started this community kitchen, which via which at that point of time, I say 10 years back, we were not feeding this number. We would just feed 40-50 of them. But slowly and slowly she built the foundation to the current level. And unfortunately, I lost my mother to COVID last year. And but this was something which she used to really do with a lot of heart and with a lot of dedication. So we thought that the only way to take forward our parents' legacy is to continue doing what they were doing. And that's how we are continuing doing the work that my mother used to do, the feeding. And ambulance is something which was her dream, and which I could finally this year start.
Well, absolutely. God bless you, Divya. I'm sure from wherever they're looking down upon you, they're absolutely proud of the work that you have carried
I
on,
hope
and it
so.
is a legacy that you yourself should be proud of. And to all the viewers out there, number one, go to their website, take a look at what it's about, and if you like to donate, well, donate whatever you can. It will certainly go a long way. And the next time, before you think about buying a Siberian Husky or one of those elite-looking dogs, well, look outside your window. There might be a dog that really, really, really does need your help. Many thanks, Divya, for taking out the time and speaking to us here on India Ahead. We're proud to call you a real change maker. And to the
Thank you.
viewers,
Thank
thanks
you.
for watching. We'll see you again next time.
Thank you.